Graphing linear functions, part 2. Study the following lines to see what is happening in each graph. So here's our first function, y equals x plus 1. I've input values for x and have written our ordered pairs here. And then I graph the function. If you notice, 1 is our y-intercept from the last video, and that's right where our line crosses the y-axis. But since we've already done y-intercept, I want you to look at other parts of the function or the lines that are graphed. Here's our second function, y equals 2x plus 1. And again, we have our ordered pairs and our function graphed. Again, it's still intercepting the y-axis at 1. And here's our third function, y equals 4x plus 1. Let's see them all together on the same graph. So here are all three functions. I want you to think about what is changing and what is constant. So here we have, which we've already talked about, our y-intercept is constant. That's telling us where it crosses the y-axis, and these all cross at 1. But what else is changing? Well, we know that our x will change and our y will change. But notice something different that wasn't in the last video is our coefficient. And the coefficient is constant for each different function. So here the coefficient is 1. Here the coefficient is 2, and here the coefficient is 4. So for each input, it is always going to be multiplied by 4. So 4 is also a constant. So in a linear equation, the coefficient will tell you how steep the slope will be. And you've already learned the coefficient is the number attached or right before the variable. So here is the coefficient, and that number also tells you how steep the slope will be. As the coefficient gets larger, it will have a steeper slope. And you can see that with these three functions. Our coefficient is going from 1 to 2 to 4, so it's getting larger, which means that the slope of the line is getting steeper. It's not on so much of an angle as this first one is. It's almost more of a straight line. Now you can also have a negative slope. So in this function, y equals negative 2x plus 1, we have our ordered pairs here, and the slope is negative because it is going down. Now this graph has negative 2x plus 1 and 2x plus 1. So you can see the difference between an upward slope, which is positive, or a downward slope, which is negative.